In this video, I'm going to demonstrate OTA, over-the-air update on Mongoose OS. Here I have Texas Instruments CC3200 board. There are two types of updates. First is updating files on a file system, and second is updating full binary firmware. Let's take a look at the first one, updating files. Start with installing Mongoose OS on the board, MOS flash, MOS-CC3200. Okay, MOS is installed, and you should see the red LED blinking. Now let's configure Wi-Fi, MOS Wi-Fi network name and password. Find out the IP address, MOS call config.get network status. Okay, so it's 1.41, and we can now manage this board over the network. MOS port, for example, let's use WebSocket protocol, IP address /RPC ls. So we list files, for example, let's change init.js. Get init.js into init.js. Let's edit it, and we can change the blinking interval from 1 second to half a second. And now let's put this file back. And reboot the box. Sys reboot. It should reboot, and we can see the blinking is a bit faster. Okay, now let's move to the second part, updating the full firmware, which is more interesting. For that, let's build the firmware from scratch, from sources. Clone Mongoose OS GitHub repository, GitHub Mongoose-OS, and clone it, git clone, and go to the default firmware directory, cd mongoose os fw examples mjs_base. And here let's edit source main.c file. Let's change the blinking LED from red to orange. So for CC3200, it's defined here. So instead of 64, let's set it to 1, which is orange GPIO pin, and rebuild the firmware. MOS build arch CC3200. Okay, now we have a new firmware built in build fw.zip. So now let's trigger OTA update function and fetch this new firmware. OTA update expects two arguments. First is the URL, and the second one is commit timeout. The commit timeout is the time in seconds after the successful update to commit the firmware, so to say that it is okay. This is done by this function, OTA commit. If the commit is not done, then the firmware rolls back, no matter what. If it's faulty or not faulty, it just rolls back. So let's start a web server to serve it. Mongoose OS fw examples mjs base and build. The firmware is here, fw.zip, and let's start the web server. Okay, starts on port 8080. Okay, let's check that it's running on 192. Here it is, we have a web server running on port 8080, serving firmware.zip. Now let's trigger an update. We want to call OTA.update service and pass two parameters. First is URL to fetch the firmware zip from. It's http 168.1.31 8080. 31 is the IP address of my workstation. -fw.zip, so this file. And the second parameter is commit timeout. Commit timeout, let's set it to 10 seconds, meaning that after 10 seconds, if the firmware is not committed, it's gonna roll back to this version. Okay, let's start another terminal just to see what the device is doing. MOS console. Now we can see that the device blinks orange LED. That means it's updated, and now we can see it's rolled back to the previous version because we did not commit it. Let's repeat and increase the commit timeout, say to 100 seconds. Now we have more time to commit this version. Okay, we see it's successfully updated. Now and blinks orange LED, and we can just call OTA commit to say it's okay. So from this point on, this is a new blast firmware, blinks orange LED. Now let's simulate a corrupt or broken firmware by implanting some bugs into the firmware code. Let's edit src main.c, clear all the memory, for example, for int I will equal 0, to 4 gigabytes, equals 0. Save and build the new firmware, and let's update to this firmware. Here we go, start an update, and we see that the firmware updates. Gets a bus fault, and now it gets back to the previous firmware, blinks orange LED again.